full chest. So in Nigeria, there has been this whole debate within the Senate.
Federal Capital Territory High Court, Akpoti-Uduaghan alleged that Akpabio and his legislative aide, Mfong Patrick, made defamatory comments against her. I know, Rufai, you have seen this lawsuit, by Natasha, and there was a part in the lawsuit where, Natasha talked about the legislative aide to Akpabio and from Patrick making those defamatory remarks, where he wrote on Facebook, "Is local content committee of the Senate Natasha's best right?" And then he went on to state that it is a bottled anger.
African Senate houses are one of the most, it has to be exciting to be a Senate, because from Kenya to Uganda to Nigeria, the Senate houses, the things that go on in these Senate buildings are remarkable to me. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's something else. But in Nigeria, so there's this senator that represents a city. Her name is Natasha. I don't know the last name. And she recently sued the leader of the house for, certain things. I guess some kind of discrimination and sexual harassment and stuff like that. And then the wife of the leader of the house, is Mr. Akapbios. The wife sued back on some kind of defamation, counter-suing stuff. Back and forth. They're going back and forth. So here's my question, right? Is this like a publicity stunt, or is the legal system in Nigeria efficient now that people seek recourse for defamation and all these things? Because when I see these things, I'm like, okay, I understand the right thing to do is to sue, but how do people actually get compensated for how much they're suing? I heard somebody saying for 250 billion. This person is suing for 100 billion naira. So is this a joke, or is it do people actually go to court and they litigate these issues and people are awarded the amount of money and they actually get the money? Or is this just one of those things that they put up to show that, there's a legal system in the country? And so is this, I'm really curious to know, because I'm not well versed in the legal system of Nigeria. So I'm curious to know, when people sue for things like defamation and stuff like this, which in the West is a huge thing, people actually get money from it. And if you don't pay, your wages are gone. There's a way to make sure that you pay. There's a way to make sure that you're held accountable, because there are systems that are put in place to track people, to track people's wages, to make sure people know your income, which I think is not the case in Nigeria. But if it is, someone should let me know, because I hear them. They're going back and forth, arguing and suing and counter-suing. But at the end of the day, are people actually going to get the money? Is there going to be an actual legal recourse? I'm curious to know. So if there's a lawyer who actually litigates this case, or someone who is, in the Nigerian legal system, let me know. Is this like a publicity stunt? Is this just something everybody, let's sue, let's do this, let's act like we're in the Western world? Or is there really, do people actually get the money that they are suing for in Nigeria? Has someone actually won the case? And say they win the case, right? And the other party doesn't pay up. Is there a way to make sure that the party who loses the case actually pays the amount? And if they don't pay, is there a way to regulate their income to know that, they're actually making the money and they've refused to pay? For example, if they say, I don't have the money to pay. Is this actually happening in there? Because if it is, listen, it's awesome. But if it's not, then I don't know. It's interesting to know. I would love to know.